Stepping in again. I know we've done all these videos just back to back to back to back to back to back to back, right? But it's not a bad thing because I've got a lot going on, you know, now that I'm doing shows again. Yay! And talking to my customers like face to face. I love that. I love talking to my customers face to face. Okay, I digress. I wanted to remind you guys that the summer solstice giveaway is still going on. It ends on September 11th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. All you gotta do is just be subscribed to be able to be entered to win one of our 4 solstice soaps. So hopefully the winner will be you. I have been meaning to do this video for a very long time, not only because there was a ton of clutter in my soap room, but I haven't done a Re-Bathch video for you guys. So you're going to see the clutter I had. That's for sure. So enjoy, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back to Renpet Bath Beauty's kitchen. We are making Re-Bathch soap today, and because you guys haven't seen the way that I do this, I'm going to insert the amount of Re-Bathch soap I have to make right here. Hi guys, I got to show you this. I'm going to, you see all of these soap scraps? And look at that. Big, huge pile of soap scraps. Guess what we're making today? We are rebatching the Renpet Bath Beauty way. So I'm going to get all of this sorted into the different lines, and we are going to rebatch. I will see you in a few. Bye-bye. Okay. So as you can see, I have a ton of rebatching to do. There's many shelters and places that I donate to. I donate to a lot of our local homeless shelters. And it's very important to me as the mother of a Marine to give back to military charities as well. And I'm not sure if you're going to see this video first or the tour of my kitchen and soap room first, but there is a hospital in Grand Rapids, Michigan that is an inpatient psychiatric hospital through the VA, and the Wounded Warrior Project works through that, and I love to donate to them as well. And I apologize for the dark lighting. This part isn't going to take that long. I'm just going to really quickly show you how I prepare my shreds, and then, you know, I'll move on to having everything in the crock pot. So give me a second to grab some bags of shreds up here. Okay, I have some bags of shreds. I marked, these are all from planing my soaps and beveling and all that. I keep them in plastic baggies. I keep them in plastic baggies in order for the moisture to stay in as much as I possibly can. And the reason I don't have my other light on is because it's a photography light, and if you've watched I Adore Mia Moore or Black Magic Woman, you know that powerful that's too much. Powerful machinery makes my photography lights go on, and my ninja is powerful. Mr. Yoshida is very, very powerful. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and I'll put music over this so y'all don't have to, you know, listen to it. I gotta plug my ninja in. Maybe. Okay, so all I do is this. And do it again. And then we have little pieces little pieces. And I'll stick these in my crock pot. And I'm going to shred as much as possible. This is a thing that I do at least twice a year, except for the fact that I didn't do it in the fall like I was supposed to. So I have a year's worth of soap shreds that I have to rebatch. So I'm going to do, I think, like I said, I'm going to do all the Tough Newton shoe line together. But when I get to the Hathor and the Raw line, I'm going to separate my men's soap from my women's soap so I don't get funky smells in there. Same with the Isis and Osiris line. So I'm going to get all of this shredded as much as I possibly can, and I will come back with the crock pot and show you where to go from there. All right. Okay, guys, we have a lot of soap shreds. And it is okay for your crock pot to be this full. What's going to happen is as the soap melts, it's going to go down and whatnot. And I don't weigh when I rebatch. I just don't. Because it doesn't matter how much I have, I can mold it in whatever I need to mold it in, whether it's a loaf mold or it's you know, one of my flower molds or whatever. So this is just the soap, and what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start, the reason I keep my soap shreds in plastic bags is because it keeps it moist. This is still moist, which means I'm not gonna have to add as much liquid, because that's the thing, you need liquid to help it melt down. I'm going to start with just half a cup of distilled water. And we're going to pour it in there. My crock pot is on high right now. I didn't have it heating up. And after this first half a cup of water, if I need more liquid, I am going to switch to milk. And eventually, after it's all done, and I whip my Re-Bathch soap. After it's all whipped, I put yogurt into it just like I, would a regular soap. And I'm going to bring you guys along for this process. Now I understand, the lighting's a little bit, because I want you guys to be able to see it, and I know that this crock pot and this background isn't all that great. We may end up going upstairs to my regular kitchen. Hold on, I can put my lid on. We may end up going upstairs to my other kitchen so I can sit down and be comfortable while I do this, because this is definitely a long process. It is, oh geez, I don't know what time. It's about 8:30 in the evening, so I'm kind of starting late. If you have any questions about anything I'm doing and why I'm doing it, please don't hesitate to ask. I don't know how many of you rebatch soap or, anything like that. So please, ask questions if you need to. So I am going to give this about 30 minutes before I check on it the first time. So I'm going to go get into my PJs and I will be back. Okay guys, let's check it out. Oh, let's put this right here. Alright, I'm gonna get a hot pad down here, and I need I guess I should have done this before I turned the camera on. You know me, I hate paper towel, but I need something to put my spatula on. So, I move on. Oh, I moved you, I'm sorry. Dang it, I hate it when I do that. Okay, so it doesn't look like much is happening. And I'm probably going to make a bit of a mess. But we are going to come up from the bottom and get some of that bottom stuff up and try to push some of that stuff that's on the top down. And I can already tell that this is going to need some more liquid. So what I'm going to do is I am going to heat up my milk. I'm going to put it on a pan in the stove, and I am going to add because this is a very big batch, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of organic cane sugar to it. So I'm only going to add another half a cup, because the thing about rebatching, because not everything was dry, you can oh shoot, my train just derailed, guys. Oh, you can the liquids you put in, you can't take out, so you don't want to put too much in at one time. And there'll come a point where I will have to fight with myself in this process not to add more liquid. I have to trust that I've added enough and whatnot, because if you add too much liquid, it's going to take forever for this to cure. Well, okay, I take that back. This is already cured soap, but it'll have to dry out. This needs to sit anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to dry out. Well, you could use it like immediately. It just would be a softer soap. All right, so let me put my lid back on here, and I'm gonna boil my milk, well, almost boil my milk and melt some sugar into it. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I almost boiled my milk, and I added, this is 1% milk, by the way, and I added my sugar to it. That's why it looks a little funky in color, because I actually added 4 teaspoons, not 2, of the sugar. So I'm going to stir it around for just a little bit here. As you can see, the process is going to take a while. Doesn't look like much is happening, but for me, I can see that it's all starting to stick together. The heat is starting to definitely heat through. I should have, while I was blending the pieces in the Ninja, that I should have already had my crock pot going. That's what I usually do, but I'm lacking for cord space. Hopefully when I get a new kitchen, I'll have more outlets to work with. So, all right guys, we will come back in another, I don't know, 45 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes. I'll see you then. Guys, we are back. Let's stir it up again. Oh, I need that hot pad, my crock pot. Oh, see there, now you can start to see the change. And everything's melting. And look, we're at the great, ooh, baby poop color. This is my favorite color. We will be coloring this to make it a little bit more attractive. But it is melting along very, very good. And at this point, see, I would be tempted to put a little bit more water in there, but I don't think it needs it. I'm going to give it another 45 minutes, and I will reassess if it needs any more water. I just need to make sure how, you know, much more it melts down. It's really starting to melt now. So I'm sure you can see the change in it. So, all right, let's put our lid back on and let it sit. This is a long, tedious process. That's why I'm just going to do it the once with y'all. And then I will, you know, take my crock pot upstairs and all my shreds, and that way I can just do it all day and not have to, well, until I run out of molds anyway. So, all right, we will be back in another 45 minutes. Okay guys, let's check, see where it's at. Oh, we're getting pretty melted there. I mean, there's still a whole bunch of specks and stuff in there, so what I like to do is I like to whip my Re-Bathch soap. Not only does it help in the melting process, but it also makes it nice and fluffy, and your soap will float. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play music for you guys while I am using my hand mixer here. And this is an oldie but a goodie. I've had this forever. So here we go. Okay, let me just get some of this off of here because we're going to blend it again. I'm going to give this probably about 20 minutes this time because we're getting close. Everything doesn't have to be completely melted, and I'm not sure you could actually get everything completely melted, but doing that definitely helps. And see, this is the time where I fight with myself. Do I add more liquid? Do I not? Because now, to me, it feels a little bit drier. Ooh, that was hot. Duh, it's in a crock pot. But yeah, this is the part where I fight with myself. But I have to always remind myself, I have yogurt to add to this still. So this dryness won't, be there forever. So I'm going to give this 20 minutes, and we will come back. I'm going to give it a half an hour, and we will come back and I will check it again and see how much more fluffy that is, and we'll whip it again. Okay, let's put our lid on, and I will see you shortly. Okay. Let's check it again. Oh, stuck. There we go. That's getting better. Except for that lovely baby poop color. Okay, I'm going to whip it one more time, and then I'm going to mix up a color. Don't know what color, but I'm gonna mix up a color and see if we can't make this a little bit more attractive. Alrighty then. Let's get rid of those. I'm going to unplug this just to get this out of my way. Alrighty. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to take this crock out of the pot because we don't need it in there anymore. Let me move this for you guys to put this on the stove. There we go. Alright, let's move it where you can see it. And I'm going to stir this down one more time. I'm going to let it cool off for just a minute. Let me check the temp on it. It's 175, so it's not terribly hot, but now we have to figure out what color to make it. Let's see. I think I will make it, I don't know. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, I decided to use Dolphin Fin Blue. It's been my new favorite color these days. And I'm going to mix it in with my yogurt. I know that sounds a little strange, but that's where I'm going to mix it in with. And that's what I usually do. So let me mix this. Ooh! I just put new batteries in my frother. So poof, it poofed on me. Okay, see, so now we have Dolphin Fin Blue yogurt. Yummy! Alright. Rinse that off. I'm going to grab my spoon. I should have grabbed that already, because I'm going to need that. And I am going to need at least 2 molds. So let me put my molds back over here. Alright, let's put our Dolphin Blue yogurt in here. Now we want to mix quickly when we're putting this in here because we don't want the yogurt to cook and get all gross. Okay. Oh, well, that didn't make much of a difference, did it? You know what? That is not impressive. I'm not impressed with the coverage on that Dolphin Fin Blue. Well, I mean, there's so many colors in here. It looks better than it did. At least it's not like brown. It does have a blue tinge to it. Oh, my shoulder hurts today. It's raining, so stirring up hot soap, or hot thick soap, is not any fun at all. Oh, well, you know what? It's past midnight now, and I am done. So, because this is for personal use, and it's a great soap, it can be donated. Usually they'll tell me if they don't want it or not, and if they don't want it, that's fine. We can use it at home, or I can send it to Renee at Soaps for Love. So, either way. And if you're wondering about fragrance, because there was so many different fragrances in there, I don't ever refragrance a Re-Bathch. Never. Just never do it. only because I don't see the need, because sometimes when it cools off, at least I have found this, sometimes when it cools off you can start to smell the different fragrances that are in it. And I try to keep, you know, my men's fragrances together, my women's fragrances together, and my kids' fragrances together. And most of my kids' fragrances, which that's what this is the Tough Newton shoe recipe. They are very sweet. I gotta bang this on the floor. Maybe. Bang it out over here. Okay. A little bit more. And then we'll fill up the other mold. This stuff cools off very, very fast. This will be ready to cut in a matter of hours, but I'll be going to bed because I am up past my bedtime. I'm turning into a pumpkin. Okay. Whoop. Yep, I'm definitely turning into a pumpkin. And I never really do anything special to the top or anything. I just, you know, let's put that over there and fill up this mold. We may need another mold just for the little bits. We might. Oh, maybe not. Because I try not to get the crusty stuff off the sides. Oop. Okay. There we go. Now this one I can bang on the counter. I just didn't want to bang the wood on the counter. My family is like definitely asleep. Oop. Sorry if I'm jiggling you. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. All right. So, well, you know, it's not necessarily pretty, but it will clean you. And it is, you know, with the added milk, because, you know, I add heavy cream to my recipes anyway, and yogurt. So with the added cream, or the added milk and the added yogurt, the lather on my Re-Bathch soap is incredible. It's very rich, thick, creamy. When we cut these, I can show you guys if you want. Yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to leave these out here to cool, and we will cut them tomorrow. So I will see you then. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. Is the lighting okay? Yeah, it looks so. Alright, this is my Re-Bathch soap. Got little bits falling off of here. And yes, it's going to have holes in it and stuff. It's actually not very soft at all. Oh, I forgot to tighten my wire. Sorry. And I need a paper towel. Alright, here we go. I cut these at 1 1/4 inches. So that way when they're donated, they get as much soap as they need. Look at those speckles in there. You see those speckles? I like that. That's really cute. It almost looks like a confetti soap. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm still re-batching. I re-batched pretty much all day yesterday. I mean, you guys saw the pile I had. But winter is coming up, and the shelters and stuff are really going to need supplies that aren't food. So I love the man I deal with at one particular shelter. He's got the biggest giving heart of anyone I have ever met in my whole life. He's an amazing guy. he definitely does it because, you know, it makes him a better person. And those are the people that I appreciate the most. I think I'm also this year going to contact the Salvation Army and find out if they need anything for, if they need non-food products for their stuff too. My husband's coming downstairs. He's going to bring my crock pots back upstairs for me. Is that too much with the molds on top? Okay, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I love you too. I'll bring the soap up when I come. It's just easier for me to do it upstairs while you're working and stuff. Okay, sorry guys. He's so good to me. He's definitely a good man. I love him very much. I'm not going to cut both loaves on camera because they're going to look the same. But yeah, that's our Re-Batch. And once this is, you know, I'll give it 2 weeks to dry out a little bit. Maybe I'll show you a lather test later on for this. So you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.